Hello, everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whenever you see this. Right now, for me, it's almost 6:30. I want to say I hope that everyone had a beautiful, happy Friday. It was really beautiful here today in Texas, and it was yesterday. So, I hope everyone got to enjoy some sun, some beautiful weather. Again, welcome to my piece of the YouTube world or atmosphere, or galaxy, or whatever you want to call it. I am Tiffany, and welcome back to my channel where I run my mouth and share life, and we talk about everything in between. That's it. We just kind of here. So again, thank you for joining me. This is if you are new to my channel and this is your first time here, welcome. I hope you enjoy it. I kind of just winging it right now. That's what works best for me, is winging it. I'm gonna get better. I always say that in every video, but hey, here we go. I have been slacking on my recording every day for my February challenge, but I refuse to go a whole 2 days without recording something. I'm just not gonna do that. But I am still pushing myself. So please keep me in your prayers, your thoughts, and bear with me. So again, it's Friday. It's coming up on Super Bowl weekend. So I know everybody's probably preparing for, parties, cookouts, all those things. I don't know anything about sports personally, but hey, if I got invited to a party, I would, or something, I might go. But I'm gonna be with my family, with my son, cooking. He wants the usual. Him and his cousins want the usual little smokies and nachos. That's what they want. That's what they getting anyway. I also consider this weekend and next weekend my birthday weekends, because my birthday falls in the middle of the week. So I'm excited about that. And I want to wish everybody that has birthdays in February a happy birthday. I hope you all are enjoying it. So if you're an Aquarius or a Pisces, happy birthday to you this month. So I've been doing a lot of thinking, and please chime in on what you think and what you feel about this. But the art of letting go. And I'm just gonna say the art of letting go, but just letting go, period. And what that looks like, and how that affects you when you are wanting to, or forced to let go of a person, place, or thing. It can be hard for anybody. As part of my healing journey, I've been working on what do I do when, or what do I do? I'm talking about me. What do I do when you love and care for a person, and it's almost like, how can we decide if this person is in your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime? And once you get to a place with that person and it's not a healthy situation, but you do genuinely love that person, you want the best for that person, and sometimes we can't change people. All we can do, we can't control them, we can't change them. All we can do is control what you can control, which usually is just yourself. And in my situation, in my experience, there have been times when I have been in love with someone and genuinely loved them, and loved them from a place in my heart and a place in my spirit. And that spirit place can sometimes outweigh the physical love that you have for somebody. And that can be a hard thing to navigate, especially when you have a bunch of other things in life going on. We as people tend to get so self-absorbed and so self-centered in our love lives. And what I mean by that is basically, we want what we want when we want it, and we lose understand. Some people just don't have the capacity or understand being empathetic in their relationships and understanding. And some people take advantage of people that are empathetic and understanding to a point where now you're being disrespectful of how I feel or my empathy or my understanding, and you're not reciprocating that same energy. How do you navigate through those things? How do we make decisions that, yes, ultimately could hurt us? And when I say hurt, could be that you have to walk away from that person. Could be that you are, want to work through it. You have to decide what's best for you. I have a tendency that I can admit that I sometimes stay longer than I should. And it's because of not necessarily the potential that I see in a person, but I see the person. I see past this surface in these things. And sometimes I'm called to be I don't know what term to use. I'm there to help jumpstart a person's healing journey. And that's been hard for me sometimes, because sometimes I have to listen to what the Spirit is telling me versus what I really want to do. But I will say, yes, we all have free will. And yes, the Most High will remove you from a situation if it is not, I'll say, if that person is not receiving you and you were brought to somebody, God will, the Most High and the universe will make adjustments to that, because we all have free will. Sometimes we get caught up in wanting things, or we pray for things, or we have an idea of something that we want, but then when it's presented to us, it's not in the packaging that we want, or it's not moving or acting or flowing the way we feel it should. We will sabotage those things. And sometimes we're dealing with people in situations where they are meant to teach us things and we're meant to teach them things. But sometimes some people are so broken and so hurt and so traumatized that they can't see what's in front of them or what's being presented to them. And we have to sometimes be like, you know what? I've done all I can. So let me remove myself or step back. And there's been times when the Most High, I've been completely honest, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do. I feel this way for this person, and I'm struggling with the walk away or the letting go. So I ask that you make a way out of no way for me to, just to work through this with the least amount of hurt or harm to myself or to the other person. And he's done it. And yes, I'm human. You're going to have time where you miss those people and those situations, or it could be you just missing the comfortability, because sometimes we get caught up in comfortability and complacency with people because we're comfortable, because we are used to them. It doesn't mean that we're necessarily feel safe, because I've been in situations with people where, yes, I was so comfortable and I had a good feeling about them, but I felt good for the most part when I was with them, when it was good. But then on the other hand, all the BS I had to put up with, anxiety because I'm walking on eggshells, or are they gonna start tripping, or am I doing what they want me, like all those things, that it shouldn't be like that. No relationship should be like that. And it's taken me a long time to get to a place where I'm like, Tiffany, what is it that you really want in your life when it comes to your relationships, when it comes to what does being happy in this life and having joy and contentment, what does that look like for you in this life moving forward? So sometimes we say we know what we want, but we really have absolutely no earthly idea what we want. And then you get something and you're like, I need to reevaluate this. I need to figure it out. Because obviously what I want and what I've been doing ain't working. So what do I need to do in order to adjust myself? And I know, let me turn this light on because lighting's getting crazy. And so those are things I question myself on sometimes, because sometimes I get unsure. Like, I'm human. I'm unsure about a lot of stuff in my life. And so it all comes along back to healing and growth. And what do we do when we are, we're still human? I'm still human. I'm trying to get my life together. I'm trying to work on some things for a more stable and secure future. But I'm still also a woman, a single woman that desires to be a wife, or that has, let me change that. I'm working on becoming a wife and walking like a wife, so that when it's time for my husband to find me, that I'm able to present myself as such. And so I have a desire for marriage and companionship and having my own family and life with someone. So it doesn't take away from the fact that, yes, I'm trying to get my life together and that is top priority. I'm focused on that. But I still am a woman that misses companionship and having, my own person to talk to and, share things with or come to. Or sometimes I just need a hug. I don't require much as a person. I really don't. So I might just need a hug. And that's just anybody. Like, we're all human and we all desire certain things. We weren't made to be alone. But we live in a day and age now where dating is not only ghetto and trash, and the dating pool has piss and crap and a little vomit in it and garbage. It's a lot. Take me back to the time where we had beepers, real phone conversations. You really had to put forth effort. Everybody wasn't so easily accessible. And marriage wasn't like watered down. And I say watered down because people treat marriage like boyfriend girlfriend relationships, and it's crazy. And I have seen healthy relationship dynamics, and I know people that have been married for 40 plus years and 20 plus years. Like, I've seen that. I know what it looks like. My parents were married for a long time before they did end up divorced, but they were married for a long time. I still seen, healthy relationship dynamics. A lot of people have it, and that's the crazy thing. And I saw a video where on YouTube, it was a short where lighting's gonna judge people driving down the street and I'm sitting in a car. So bear with me. But it was a young lady, and a dude is trying to talk to her, and she just kind of dogs him like, broke dudes always got something to say. But ultimately, in the end of the short, he's asking her, well, these are your requirements. Well, do you have this? Do you have this? And she like, no. He was like, this is crazy. How you gonna require, if that's what it required just to talk to you? What are you presenting? And unfortunately, a lot of women and even men, no one's greater or lesser than the other, but there are a lot of women out here that make it hard for a good woman like myself, where it's like I materialistic things are not, they're not everything. What happens if that person's looks fades, or they lose their job, or God forbid anything bad happens? Are y'all connected enough with each other and God, that, or with God and each other, that y'all can really be there for each other and hold each other down? Do y'all even like each other first? Like, really like each other? And those are the things that are important. And I think people have lost sight on that, And we hear people say, "Oh, I want that old school 90s love." No, I really do. I want, not to say, I want someone to fight for me, and I want, I'm going to fight for especially if it's somebody worth fighting for, or if this is the person I'm supposed to be with. But it's so easy for us to throw people away or overlook certain things about people, and people that are good, really meant for us in a good way. And again, nobody's perfect. Like, I had to tell my ex, I'm not perfect. I'm not. And I mess up. And that's what ultimately, caused us not to be together, was something that happened the first week we knew each other, and I didn't handle it properly. And there was a lot of things that affected how I moved in that situation. And one being, it was not too long after my accident. I had a lot going on. I just lost my apartment. My ADHD and depression and anxiety was not being handled properly, or it wasn't being managed. On top of, I was in survival mode, trying to figure my life out. And also, like, I just met him, and he was showing up. I'm not taking it from him. He showed up. He came in clutch in a way that nobody had for me. But again, first week we hadn't established that we were exclusive. He told, the first night we met, he told me, these are my non-negotiables. Okay, I heard people have non-negotiables. Okay, but you telling me, I'm getting to know you. My mindset is different than yours. On top of, there was an age difference. I was older, he was younger. And again, I could have handled it properly, but ultimately, it caused a real big trust issue between us. And I did lie about something stupid. I did. Shoot me, I did. But it's because I didn't know what it looked like for me, being there and really standing 10 toes down for me. Because my dating history has been crap, just like most people's. And I hadn't had a boyfriend in a really long time. Like, a really long time. That's a story for another day. But I will say, being in that relationship, and then us ultimately being friends, and now in a place where he's decided that, and I'm gonna be honest, he decided, that he doesn't want to be my friend. He says he cannot trust me to be a wife or a woman he wants to be with. Okay. And all I can do is say, even if it hurts, it is what it is. Ain't nothing I can do about that. That was his decision, and I accepted, I respected. And I bring that up to say, like, what did I take away from that? I learned to adjust what it is that I really want in a relationship, and from my partner, and also from myself. So I did make a list of things, and it's not your typical list. It's not a list of physical attributes and all these things. No, it is things that I feel will sustain a marriage, a partnership. You know what I'm saying? And it's things, that are spiritual, and that I feel will lay a solid foundation for the type of marriage and relationship and partnership I want with someone. And I will one day share this list, but I don't want to share it now. I'll say this. It does have things like, one of the things is like, you know, my husband and I are so like rooted in God and connected to God, or have God at the forefront of our relationship, that we can such and such, such and such, those type of things. Or my future husband and I are, or my husband and I are each other's divine purpose, a divine assignment was one thing. Divine assignment. So there is such and such, such and such and that. So those things, those are the type of things. And I say my husband because I want my husband to be, I want him to be the head of our household and to lead. And I say me last because I will follow, but I'm also putting me in there because I'm not, I want to be this. I'm not just asking for this person to be this, this, and this, because I need to be that as well. And that's just how I see it. I do most definitely feel like in my last relationship, there should have, maybe I was there. I mean, not maybe, but again, free will is there. And I know who I am and who I was. And I know that being in that relationship taught me a lot about myself and how I want to move forward in a relationship. It also taught me that even as a single person, we do have to be mindful about how we move. But I'm the type of person, like, who my person is with now, I pray, I do pray for my future husband. I do that. I pray that that person is being safe and that they are, moving in a way that won't affect us later on, in our relationship. But in the same for me. But one thing with my ex, I will say, a lot of men, and I don't know if it's just his generation or if it's just society now, like, a lot of men feel like, women want to be men. And it's not that women want to be men, but it's always a double standard. And it's always going to be a double standard. I get it. But I'm the type of person, it's certain things I just don't give a damn about, because if it was before me, I don't care about it. It's not like, we'll have conversations about it to learn and grow from each other, but I don't care. I'm not going to hold that against you. Even when we first started dating, like, we're all single. Like, single people do what a single person gonna do what single people do. And however they choose to do whatever they do. But I'm a single woman, heterosexual. I'm wanting to be pursued, or I'm presenting myself as a single person to be pursued. I'm going to meet new people. I'm going to have conversations and exchange my numbers. Like, just, I expect a man to do the same thing. So I don't ever want those things to be held against me, and then people, and assume that I'm a whore or a hoe because I'm a single woman that dates. That don't mean I'm giving my body to everybody I meet. No, I might go on a date, or I might conversate with a person, and it don't mean that I'm doing it to be sexual with that person. So that is something, misconception about dating that I hate. Like, I hate it. Anyway, but I say all this to say, like, we all want love and companionship and to be, cared for and felt important to somebody. Yes, we know we're loved and we're not alone and we have support, but it's different when you have a partner, you know what I'm saying, and you are building a life with somebody, or trying to see if this person fits into your life to build a life. That's a different type of wants and some need for some people. And it's nothing wrong with wanting, desiring, or needing that, or wanting that to be, something in your life. Yes, it's nothing wrong. We're human. We're not made to be alone, and I've struggled with my dating life. I ain't gonna even lie. It ain't been easy. But I love love. I love love. I love when I see people get engaged and have new relationships and get married, and starting families. Like, I think that is so beautiful. Like, I love it. Like, I love it. And it's so crazy because I find myself, when I see a couple just get engaged or something, I see myself, like, I end up, like, I always say, like, a little prayer, like, the Heavenly Father, like, Most High, I pray blessings over their union, long life, like, blessings. Just, I say a quick little prayer, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm grateful that those people found each other and they found something that is going to be blessed by God. I love it. I love it. And it's a prayer and a desire I have for myself one day. I'm 43. I'm about to be 43 in a couple of days. And I've never been married. I've never been engaged. I've never lived with a man. So yeah, dating it's been what it is. But I'm excited for what's to come, and I'm not gonna lie, I am praying and manifesting my husband. It is one of the many things that I'm manifesting and praying for myself, and I believe God is gonna grant me that desire. And I know when it happens, it's gonna move quickly, and I don't believe in timelines and things like that. So when when God presents him to me, I'm going to open him with open arms, welcome him with open arms. And I'm definitely going to move in a way that I haven't before, which is what I've been doing. I've been changing up how I date and how I present myself, because I want something different. I have to move different. And that goes for all of us. And it goes for everybody. I ain't gonna lie. I do be seeing some people, I'll be like, now how in the hell did you end up with somebody? How'd you end up married? I just don't get it. But we listen, look, and don't judge. And I just say, hey, you know what? I do have that in first initial thought. I ain't gonna even lie. I'm human. But I just be like, Lord, I know if you can bless them with somebody, I know you got somebody coming for me, Lord. So please let them come quick. I just know that there's been times where I felt like, is that not something I'm going to be blessed with in my life? And I'm the only person I know that, again, like I said before, my love life, I don't know anybody else with one like mine. And there'll be, maybe next week I'll start opening up about some things I've been through in my life that have been quite interesting, to say the least. But I'm not ashamed of my life and my journey. And that's one thing I had to get to in my healing journey, is I had to forgive myself. And I had to accept certain aspects of myself in my life that I could not go back and change. And make peace with those things, because there are some things in my life that, society will look at me and frown on. And I'm okay with that. I've forgiven myself. I've asked the people that I need to for forgiveness, and I went to God to ask for forgiveness, and that's what matters. Anybody or anything else, it doesn't matter to me. But yeah, I've been thinking about letting go of, sorry for the lightning and people driving, it's gonna be crazy, but learning to let go of someone that you love and care about, and that you saw a future with, is hard. It's hard work. And there's no timeline. But we have to learn also with those things that start looking at this. There's always a silver lining, and start looking at, hey, what can I learn from this? How could I have been better? Is there anything that I would have changed or done differently that could have changed the outcome? Us asking ourselves those questions, and not just blaming the other person, and digging deep. I think what I've seen from people I know and things that I've experienced and having conversation with people is, and even dealing with my ex, some people are relationship whores. That's what I call them. they ain't even closed the door on this one before they already got that one open and they dealing with somebody else. Or they stop dealing with somebody one day and then a couple of days later, not even a week, you already in the bed with somebody else. Like, that can be a lot. And I think sometimes we need to step back and give ourselves a couple of weeks to, process and evaluate, and sort through thoughts, feelings, emotions, and, maybe even have conversations. We don't do, a lot of people don't do that. I have to take time in between especially if it's somebody I'm dealing with and I have an emotional connection, and Lord behold, I have a spiritual connection with them. Baby, I got to take a moment. Now, I am a friend. I am a introverted people person, and I know quite a few people, and I speak to people, and that doesn't mean that just because I interact with people of the opposite sex means that I'm trying to be with them. No, some people are just cool, and but sometimes we don't give ourselves that time to just kind of pause for the cause and really take time to heal and work through some things before we're jumping into something else. So I most definitely am. That's something I struggle with, as far as like, I don't have the capacity to. I don't mind meeting people and just chit-chatting and, shooting shit with them. But other than that, I can't give all, go all in, especially if there's deep feelings involved, especially if I love you and I'm in love with you. And so, sometimes we got to give ourselves some grace. And definitely just, learn from each experience, which we all should do. Let's see, anything else I want to say about this topic? And I'm just kind of venting because sometimes I'm so curious as to what other people are going through. And I'm talking about other people outside of people that I know, and their relationship issues or dating issues, and what do you think? Because I'll be honest, I have to say this. One thing about my ex, and he's not a bad person. He has some growing and some healing to do, and he has an idea of what he wants for his life. And he just, he felt like I wasn't going to be able to be a part of that, based off of something, what happened. And okay, but I will say this. We live in a day and age where everybody has so many thoughts and opinions and think they can voice whatever they want about relationships. And anything I'm saying to you, I can say to him or to anybody. Like, one thing I hated dealing with him was that, yes, YouTube is a place for everybody to share whatever they want, but some of the people he would listen to, like, toxic masculinity and femininity is a real thing. And we have to be mindful of the things we listen to and we watch and we hear, because that goes into our spirit and that into our minds. And wherever your thoughts are, that's where your energy lies. And where your energy lies, that's what you're going to manifest. So if you constantly listening to people that's sitting up here saying, well, women is this, if she got this, this, and this, then she, she's a hoe. So for instance, like, I heard him listening to somebody one time, and they was like, if she got body piercings, if she got a tongue pierced and a nose pierced and she got tattoos, she a hoe. She been ran through. And I'm like, I have tattoos and I have piercing, like my nose is pierced and my tongue is pierced. Like, that does not mean I'm a hoe. That does not mean that I'm not feminine. That does not mean that I'm not going to make a good girlfriend, partner, or wife. That does not mean that. That's crazy as wild. And just certain things he would listen to, I would tell him, like, and I would send him other stuff to try to, like, give him some balance, and he wouldn't listen to it. Like, I'm just like, okay, God, I pray that when he go to sleep that you speak to him and fill him up real good. That's what I would pray sometimes. But I had to tell him, be mindful of what you listen to. And even the people you associate with, like, his friends were toxic. And I'm like, you say you want to be a husband, and sometimes we can want something so bad that we make stupid, foolish decisions, unhealthy decisions, and self-sabotage. We want it so bad that we mess it up ourselves. True story. So I would tell him, like, be mindful of that. If this is what you want, start finding like-minded people and start finding some positive male role models that you want to be a king. What are you doing to act like a king? And that king and queen, words that are thrown around, watered down. Alpha male, beta male, alpha female, all that, it's all watered down. It's just wild. But again, sometimes we need to take a deep look within. You know what I'm saying? And then really think about, like, is this person that's in my life, do they bring value, or are they taking away value? Or, do we feel each other, or are they just taking from me? So, I know that I add value to anybody I encounter. Whether you encounter me for a moment, and that's always been my goal as just a human being. I want to make sure anytime somebody is with me, whether it's for a minute, a moment, a season, a reason, or a lifetime, that it is a positive experience, and that you take away feeling cared for, and that I plant a seed of something positive, something, put a smile on your face, something. I never want to be a negative aspect in anybody's life. I will love you enough to walk away and remove myself before I turn into that. Or even if I feel it, I'll remove myself. So I think we sometimes miss the mark on it as people. Anyway, that's my ramble for Friday. I'm about to go in here and finish watching movies with the family. And get some love in. Again, if you have any advice, anything, questions, anything, please feel free to ask. I don't mind. I want to engage. I thank you all for your time, for spending almost 40 minutes out of your day with me, of me rambling. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, please feel free to reach out. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please, please, please. And I will also be doing the same. I'm looking forward to connecting with everybody. I am sending everyone love, peace, happiness, protection, and joy, and abundance. And sweet dreams, beautiful morning, beautiful day to each and every one of you. Again, thank you for spending time with me. Crazy lighting, sun going down, me rambling. But again, thank you for just spending time with me, listening. I appreciate it. I love your support, and I love you. So remember, somebody loves you. Somebody is happy that you came and spent some time with them today, and that is me. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Stay blessed, and I will see you in the next video.